Good morning, dear friends. New day, new beginning. And here we are today. There's no background music, but there is the background music of our hearts. We're here at Cardiac Radio Studio at the Spirit Society of Virginia, where it all began 15 years ago. And I tell you this today, our message is one sentence by Emmanuel. It's when Emmanuel brings to us the power of love in action. And he says to us in the book Jewel, psychographed by Chico Xavier. Remember, friends, I'm going to read this message. It's one sentence long, but it can change our lives forever. It's a message that talks about the love in action. Why is this so important to be emphasized? Because some people they say they love, but they don't express. They say they are well, but they do not connect. And our lives is all about relationships and to be harmonious. And Emmanuel says to us, all charitable acts are great and beautiful. But the loving action, charity, expressed in respecting others, avoiding problems and complications so that they are resolved at their origin, is truly charity of the greatest kind. Respecting others, avoiding frictions, complications, and problems. Let's revisit in our lives. If we're doing that, sometimes we know exactly what triggers people and we don't care. Sometimes we only think about ourselves. The other day, I saw a post of a person who was saying about this theory of the invisible guest, telling that we often have that invisible guest in our minds that is constantly criticizing us. And it's ourselves. We go places thinking, what are people going to think about me? What are people going to feel about me? What are they going to think when I dress up this way or that way? When I say this, when I don't say that? And actually, everybody's thinking the same. Everybody. It's emotional awareness to understand the human mind, that others are just like us. They also want to be loved and approved of. The same that we want. So why not doing what Jesus said? Giving what we would like to receive. I want peace. Let me give peace. I want love. Let me give love. I want an embrace. Let me give an embrace. So today we're going to talk about this. When love wins inside of us, inside of you and me. Emmanuel says the greatest kind of loving action is respecting others. That's why in the Spirit's book, Kardec, when he compiled the divine laws, the last law is law of justice, love, and charity. Justice doesn't exist without love, without charity, and vice versa. It doesn't. It has to be combined. That's why love in action foundationally counts on our respect towards others. So today our exercise is going to be this. What do I know that is important or avoiding friction? If I know that person doesn't like that perfume, avoid it. If I know that that person doesn't like the loud noise that I make, avoid it. Making people swallow us just because is not very kind. Yes, we are who we are, but we are loving. And love conquers hate. It does. Inside of us. Inside of us. When it happens inside of us, that takes over the world. So today, you and I are together to pray, visualizing this beautiful light of God's love inside of us, conquering all the shadows within us. Let's do this visualization prayer and feel God's presence at each breath. And visualize inside of us this beautiful light in our hearts, like a beautiful, strong sunlight that God provided to us, shedding light towards our minds, expelling darkness of negativity, our negative minds, being rid of it by positive mindset. A positive mindset that makes us feel more loving, kinder, understanding, and determined in our courage to do the good. Let us visualize that this light shines also brightly around us and brightly brings comfort to everyone. Visualizing our homes, workplaces being enveloped in true love, where everybody feels accepted. Dear Lord of life, thank you for leading the way, for teaching us new ways, new responses to old problems. We want to counter condition ourselves to learn the new so we can live a new life, a life of love, a life of kindness, a life of progress, of abundance, of harmony, and ultimately peace. That's why we visualize our planet being enveloped by your loving care, bridges of friendship connecting nations, fraternity, solidarity, understanding, and progress for everyone. No longer we want to do well in spite of others. We want everybody to be well. You, Lord, you are our shepherd, and we shall never lack anything. Thank you for this day, for the energy medicine that you provide to us, for your sustenance. May today be the day in which we understand people more and respect them in their essence. Thank you for second chances always, dear Lord, for always giving us more time and the teachers in both realms that are leading us to new beginnings, to renewal. We ask for your guidance during this day. We feel your protection everywhere we go. And we thank you for the loving permission to be in the school of life, co-creating with you in love and light. And so be it. What a gift for all of us. You and I together learning to conquer the inner shadows with love, respecting each other. We wish you a beautiful day and night, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at another morning prayer here at Cardiac Radio, where we are daily nourishing our souls.